Hey guys, welcome back to Cool Conversations.
Your favorite podcast on ice.
Today we have with us a guest that we actually had come on with us before we even started filming. We did not have our ducks in a row, so luckily we have them back with us again today.
Bless them.
You guys probably know them as this relatable, funny couple on social media, and we are lucky enough to call them our friends. Welcome, Elena and Peter.
Woo!
Hi. Happy to be back. I know, I'm so bummed that we didn't get to use that episode, but this one's going to be great, so it's fine.
We
It was
worked out
still
some
fun.
kinks.
It was like a little impromptu double date.
Yeah.
I like that.
Exactly. I love that. You guys know before we get into it, we need to do an icebreaker, so we'll see you on the ice. Okay, we're going to do the first trick, which I feel like is more of a pose. But I feel like you guys can do it. It's a swoop. We're going to swoop together, and then you're going to bring your hand to his face. So we're going to do a push. Start like this. Yep. And we're going to do a push around. You're going to come all the way around and put the hand on the face. Got it. See? That your nose do something hard. You ready?
We got it.
Ready?
That Gerber fam.
Hand on my head. When I did, you did legit. Ready?
Yeah. Ready? My face, my face, my face.
Oh my god, that was
It's hard. It's so hard.
That was really hard. Okay, let's do our next trick. I know you guys are gonna just nail it because you nailed the first one. It's going to be, you're gonna go all the way from your toes over here, and he is going to let you just kind of lean out, and then you're gonna come back and through.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it again. So you're gonna lean out, and then you're gonna come back, and ooh, and through. You grabbed his booty, girl. I did. Okay. I know what you're.
This podcast has insurance, right?
You know who's wrong. Wait. Oh, okay. So yeah. So toes, yeah, toes,
Pretty much just that.
and then
Just it, yeah.
yeah, you just kind of get here. I'm doing it.
It's all you.
Yeah. Nailed it. Yes. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna do the next one actually, which is like you've been doing this for everybody. It is going to be out, and you're gonna turn it in.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're here, you're gonna turn it in, and you're gonna dip.
I will divorce you if you draw me.
Oh, I moved away. No, leaving you on red. Okay. Okay, so let's see.
I did leg days too, so.
Oh.
You got this.
Okay, ready?
So,
Yeah.
so spin.
So I spin.
In. Yeah. Yes. And then dip. Oh, so
I can't get up. I seriously cannot.
in a flash. Every time I keep coming back. Ooh, I like that. If you like it, then I love it. Put some extra on the next one. Got me hustling to the beat. Fresher than I ever seen. Hey, I just want the finer things. I've been looking my whole life trying to find the things. I'ma take the whole pie, that's mine. Like, if you want a slice, baby, you can try mine. Hey, gimme, gimme, gimme. Give me all that good. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Do it like you should. Hey.
How did you guys meet? This is our favorite way to start an interview because
We got to know the meet cute, the love story. Everyone's got one.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go right into it. So Peter and I were working together, and he started to harass me
Wow.
very aggressively.
Very strong words.
You know, started, if I was washing my hands in the break room, he would wash his hands at the same time. So we'd do like a little, you know, like he asked me to save a seat for him every day. There were so many other seats. He asked me to go to lunch with him every day, like stage 5 clinger.
The nerve of this guy.
I know. That's how we met.
I don't remember it that way, actually. I don't know.
I was gonna say, do you guys have the same memory or?
What I remember, I think it was like 10 years ago, right? It was me just going about my day, trying to work, trying to be a great employee. And there was just this girl at work who kept nonstop flirting with me, who was trying to raise me up, you know, trying to, I don't know, get to know me. So one day I just gave into the pressure and
You just let her holler.
and now we're here. Now we got 2 babies
Who was the girl?
on
You were
an
saying I'm
amazing
the girl?
podcast.
Oh, I thought you must have been talking about somebody else.
Long story short, we were at work and she just couldn't deny me. And now we're here now.
Seems like there was a little bit of a work romance.
We talked about this. We planned this. Okay, we got this.
Oh my gosh.
So once you guys met, how did you guys actually start dating though? Who started the conversation to be like, okay, I want to be a couple?
Well, I think it was the stalker in this story.
Oh,
Yeah.
So him. And I very much was like, listen, I just want to be your friend. Don't ask for anything else. Okay. So I'm going to be going on dates with people and you know, it is what it is. And I went on a date with a person and, you know, I had asked him like, oh, what'd you do this weekend? And he was like, nothing, chilled. What'd you do? And I was like, oh, I went on a date. And he was like, like angry. And he was like, I thought we had something going on. And I was like, meh.
and you said he's a Virgo, so
Oh my gosh, yeah. So like all the Virgo came out. He was really upset.
All the compassion, all the empathy, all the loving tenderness. Yeah, for sure it came out.
You
for
know?
sure. You know.
So I was like, oh my gosh, he's so sweet. And he does like me a lot. He got really mad that I went on that date. So, all right. We can make it official. And that's how it happened. That's
Okay.
how we actually got engaged too.
Oh, really? So can you tell us a little bit about the engagement as well?
I just want you guys to know it's not how we got engaged. I want to be very clear. That was not.
You're like, all right, I guess. So how did you propose? I love hearing about proposals. So how did you propose?
I think we were both knowing that it was trending towards that direction.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I'm like the more slow, safe guy, and you're the more like, let's do this now.
We had been together for 5 years.
Okay. Oh, 5 years is
So for you, like, for you to say we were trending,
No, so we were like, we were like steadily walking towards engagement.
steadily walking. We
Walking.
were like
Yeah.
crawling on our like army crawl. Okay.
So then Elena took control into her own hands and offered a nice, friendly gesture of an ultimatum.
Oh, wow.
Talk about
Okay.
trends.
Yeah.
Netflix,
The ultimatum was, you have until Christmas to ask me to be your wife,
which was next week.
which was literally like less than a year.
It was. I want you to know. I said that to him like in February.
Oh, wow. So you gave him like the whole year. And
Yes.
the whole year.
So in 10 months, if I don't have a ring on my finger, I'm going to go to the jewelry store, I'll buy myself a ring.
Oh, so you weren't even leaving. You were like, oh,
No, girl. I said I had been there for 5
No.
years. Okay. I can't get that time back.
and forced me on my knee, and
I wasn't even gonna make you go on your knee. I would have just like walked up to you like, look what happened today. See you at the altar.
So, okay, 5 years is kind of a long time. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. No judgment, but I do wonder.
Everyone takes their time.
So,
They have their own way.
but like, if she didn't do that, how long do you think you would have waited? Oh my God, here I go
This
stirring,
is a
stirring
good
the
question.
pot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How
No,
long
no.
do you think you would have waited?
probably like another like 2 years, 1 or 2 years.
Even I'm shocked.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked. That's
okay.
news to me.
Okay, but I just wanted to be, financially ready,
Oh,
emotionally
okay.
ready. You know what I mean? Just wanted to be ready for.
We bought a house before we got engaged, so I don't know what you're talking about. So you know what? We won't circle around this part, okay?
No, you just threw yourself under the bus. So, a couple, boyfriend and girlfriend, just bought a house, and now they want to get engaged and spend how many thousands of dollars on a wedding and honeymoon.
You guys had a very beautiful wedding. I did see that, and it was in Thailand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where we're really lucky is that for a whole year prior to getting engaged, we were living with Peter's parents, and or he was doing corporate housing and I was living with him.
Okay.
So like we had plenty of time to just save and really stack up. Having said that, I am always telling people do destination weddings because we got so much and it was cheaper than our friends' frugal weddings in the States.
Wow.
So cheap.
Oh yeah, now here I am. Like I've been to Thailand. Like yeah, you can
Yeah.
get a lot. I mean, it was stunning.
I heard that people do destination weddings to weed out those people, the guests, so you don't end up paying for so many guests.
Oh yeah, you don't have to
wedding,
invite your mom's grandma.
Third cousin twice removed or something.
That's what I thought too.
Oh.
He has his whole family in Thailand also, so it kind of
So it wasn't really a destination. But
it technically still was because we got married in Phuket.
Okay.
And so like the family that did come still had to hop on an airplane to get there. And then again, because it was Thailand, I think we still had about 60 people who came.
Wow, that's amazing.
We
Yeah.
invited 70 people and 60 people came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we'll invite 70 and like 40.
Yeah.
Totally thought that was going to happen. But I was down to elope. I did not need a big wedding. Like I said, we've been waiting 5 years.
Yeah.
I was like, let's just go to the courthouse, call it a day.
I planned everything.
He planned the whole
Every
wedding.
detail from.
So maybe that's why
Yeah.
you were like, okay, I would have waited a couple more years. But so you ended up, once you were like, you got the ultimatum.
Right.
How did you get from getting the ultimatum to getting the ring, proposing? Like, what's that story?
I think it's just the pressure that she put on him because pressure makes diamonds. So that's what happened there.
The biggest thing I had to think about was how to keep it a surprise. Elena hates surprises.
I do.
She can't keep a surprise. She can't just not be in the know. So I had to lie to her whole family, her mom, her dad, her sisters. Everyone thought I was going to leave her or never going to ask her to get engaged because everyone was just hounding me. So I got a ring about 2 months later and planned a trip to Hawaii
Oh, cute.
and told everyone in her family the ring was not going to come in on time. So everyone was freaking out. She was freaking out. Her mom was freaking out. It was pretty intense.
So you guys are going to go to Hawaii. So did you think going into this trip, you're like, okay, this has got to be it?
So my whole family flew out for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I was like, this is it.
Like in front of the turkey? Like what do you
I thought that it was like, everybody goes around, they say like what they're thankful for. I thought he was going to be like,
Drop into that knee.
yeah, yeah. I was waiting for it. And no ring. Then Christmas came and he was like, let's go back to my parents' house because we were living at his parents, but we woke up at my parents on Christmas morning. He's like, let's go back to my parents' house and open up our gifts privately. And I was like, not too subtle, but okay. And he really did take me to his parents' house and he had gotten me a purse. At which point I just started like hysterically crying in front of him.
I'm so confused. I'm like, how bad is this purse? How bad is this?
The wrong color or something?
Yeah.
And like he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I thought this was gonna be somewhere beautiful and you were gonna propose. And he was like, oh, awkward. And so no Christmas. Let me just let you guys know, it didn't happen on New Year's and it didn't happen on Valentine's Day either. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay, so you said February, so now we're in February again.
Again, a whole year has
So
passed.
it's been a whole year.
Okay.
Now we're in February. Also, if you're wondering, I did cry at all those events as well.
Great memories. Great memories.
Spot on. She did.
But then on Valentine's Day, he was like, I'm going to take you to Hawaii, which at the time I had never been. And I told him it was my dream to go to Hawaii. So I was like,
This has got to be it, right?
yeah, exactly. I mean, I had been talking to my coworkers about it. So when I came back to work, like after Christmas, they'd be like, did you get it? No. So I had talked to my whole office about it. They all knew the drama. And I had told everybody, like, I will go to Claire's and buy a ring if I do not get it on this trip. But I mean, why else would we be going?
Oh,
So,
cute.
but also, I would have gone to Claire's. I think my mom told him that too. She was like, Peter, Elena will jump out of the plane if she finds out. So you just go get a plastic ring and then switch it.
placeholder.
Yeah, a placeholder.
Aw,
But-
that's really cute.
Yeah.
So now you guys are engaged, you're married, you have your kids. How did you guys get into social media? Because you guys both worked in corporate America.
Yeah. Yeah. So pandemic, we're working from home. He starts, sorry, why don't you talk? I feel like I've been going on and on. Look at
No, you
me.
got it. You got it. I like listening to you speak.
Oh, that's why we work. I like speaking. Pandemic, he started posting TikToks of like our old stuff. And by old stuff, it would like
Stuff from the camera roll.
yeah.
Oh yeah, your wedding stuff was like, I think I first saw you guys from your wedding content on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I wasn't a big YouTube watcher, so maybe I had like seen a clip on Instagram or TikTok, and then I clicked onto the YouTube, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So was that like kind of a part of you guys's? Oh no,
We had posted it on YouTube because when we came back to the States, we had an Ethiopian wedding.
okay.
And so we wanted to show the video. And so we had posted it on YouTube so that we could show the video during that ceremony.
Oh wow, so that didn't even have anything to do with social media.
Nope.
Wow. So okay, so you're posting these clips. How did you guys like get to, obviously now you're doing this full time. So how did you get from that to this?
I was just posting to like share with my friends, to be honest. And I think I told the story before. I woke up the next morning and the video had like 70 views. I was like, man, this is kind of embarrassing. It only got 70 views. I think I'm gonna delete this video. I forget, I have to go change a diaper or something. So I go and then I just forget about the video. Next morning I wake up, I'm like, oh, I wonder how that random TikTok's doing. It's like 20,000 views. Okay, random people are commenting. Hundreds of people are commenting about me and my wife. Okay. Next day, 100,000 more views, and just kept growing. And we posted the wedding video, and that did well. And then just kept on posting, kept being curious and consistent. I don't know.
So you guys started posting these videos and you had no idea that there was any way that you could make money from this. You were really just doing it for fun. At what point were you like, maybe this could be our job?
I quit
Okay.
my job because it was the pandemic and the childcare situation was just a nightmare. You know, our son, he needed somebody who was going to be there consistently.
Okay, yeah.
So I left work, but Peter didn't leave his job until a few months ago.
One of the things that you guys do a lot on your social media too is I feel like you share your funny content that people love, but you also share your cultural differences, and I think that that's another thing that people love about following you guys. What kind of inspired you guys to have that as a part of your regular content? I loved, actually, there's this video that you guys just did, which is totally off topic, but I loved it when you went to your mom's house and your mom is like all dressed up in this like beautiful gown or something. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks beautiful.
I guess then, yeah, like to your point of what made us lean into the culture, it's impossible for us to not. You know, it's so big with both of our families.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess it would be. And I think it's so great to like showcase that, because I think we asked you this in our first interview. We haven't asked you in this one. Was this you guys' first interracial relationship?
The only one that matters, okay? The only one that matters. I say that every time. The only one that matters. That's my answer.
For the ones that don't matter, can I just get their name and social? Just wondering. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
To add on to what you were just saying right now, I think also people were really vocal about it. People were like curious in the comments, like, I wonder what they eat for dinner. I wonder like what their family parties are like. Do their parents get along? There's just like so many questions because one thing for me, I feel like the Asian American culture is very like tight knit, right? So seeing someone interracial, especially as an Asian American male, I feel like people were super curious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and so for you as well, do people just assume that like you're African American, or do you like because you're Ethiopian, right?
So my mom's Ethiopian, my dad is African American.
Okay.
Sometimes like people will be like, you look a little bit different though. I feel like I'm seeing something different.
Okay.
People are always just guessing.
So I love that you guys showcase like the different foods that you eat. You've showcased like your families together, which I also think is really great. You guys have like shared how well your families get along as well. How was that bringing each other home the first time?
For me, I think I was pretty confident bringing her home. Definitely still nervous because she was the first girl I ever brought home to my parents.
Wow.
I'm an only child, so like I don't mess around when it comes to that. I don't want to bring over just any regular person I'm just hanging out with. So yeah, no, at the moment I feel like you sat down with my parents, you guys clicked, and
you guys were, that was all good. And
thank
how about
God.
you?
I was definitely nervous to bring him to my family, but only because my family is like a force. Like we are all a lot. We all are very opinionated. So I had him meet everybody in my family individually, one by one.
It was a marathon.
Okay.
So he had to meet 4 different people.
Oh, wow. So when you were meeting those people, were you nervous? Like, were you sweating buckets?
Sounds like a mental workout.
No, it's like one of those interviews where you have a bunch of rounds.
Then you get to the final boss.
Yeah.
That's true. No, I thought I was keeping it cool. Your dad thought I was super nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At one
like-
point, my dad's like, calm down, Peter.
Calm down, Peter. Be cool, man. Be cool. You're fine. You're fine. It's like, okay, Pops. Okay.
So what is something that you guys learned about each other's cultures that you weren't expecting?
Too much. Way too much. It's a lot.
Like this intense need to cater to other people, like intense hospitality, to the point where I'll be like, she said she's fine. Stop offering. Not to speak for you,
I'm trying to think.
but if I had to guess for you, I think like the smack talk was probably pretty surprising.
Oh, you guys have posted about it
Smack
too.
talk or back talk?
Right? Like,
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of like, well, I feel like in our family, it's not, in my family, I should say, it's not too
Your
much.
family's just loud. Very loud. I love them all, but they talk at it like 3 octaves higher, you know? Like we could be sitting right here and we'll be carrying a conversation like this loud. There's nothing else going on and it's just us talking like this. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Peter probably walked. I mean, Peter literally could walk in with like, he'd be like, oh, let me go grab my earbuds.
It's yes.
Yeah. It's happened before. I've never worn earbuds.
No, but I feel like you would
Earplugs, yeah.
happily wear them and be like,
If I had them, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to deny. Yeah.
have you guys gone to the movie theaters together as a family before?
Us together or as a family?
You and her family.
we've only gone to the movies together, but for you guys, is that a thing? Going to the movies is your family?
I was gonna say that's one cultural lesson that I learned was going to see the movies with her family,
Oh, yeah.
her extended family.
It was my dad and my sister and my brother-in-law.
What happened?
It was Creed. And, you know, my family just likes to throw in commentary. So, were we chit-chatting during the movie?
Oh.
Scene by scene. When like the climax happened or there's like a jump scare, there's
At what kind of volume? Like talking over the movie volume, or like
not too
matching?
loud. Just matching like Michael B. Jordan's.
Oh, right.
Yeah, matching.
Just
yeah.
stealing the spotlight, right?
Exactly.
Right.
You know, my dad would see like Michael B. Jordan like in a fighting scene, and he'd be like, "Get him, knock him down," and then he would be trying to tell Peter, like, "Peter, did you see it?" So he'd be like, "Peter, Peter, did you see what happened?"
That's the worst part. The whole theater knew my name because they're
all of
asking
them-
me.
There's a Peter in that movie, isn't there? Right?
Yeah, right. That's who it
I
was.
couldn't hear, so I don't know. I couldn't.
So
I feel like I missed the entire movie, so
that's the first time I've ever seen Peter clap back at my family, and finally at one point he was just like, "Shh." And then,
Good for you.
nope, we were all like, "What's wrong with him? What do we all come out here for? We're not gonna talk."
Meanwhile, my family's like the opposite, right? It's like,
Complete opposite. Oh my God, your family's so quiet.
Quiet as a church mouse.
yeah, like even in our home, like you said, the example you said, like we just start like this.
Seriously, they do, and it's weird because it'll be like across the
Is
room.
there something
His
wrong
mom
with
could be
this?
like shopping, and like that, like what he's doing. I'm like,
And he'll hear it.
what was that buzzing
he'll
in my
hear his
ear?
mom, yeah.
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 It's like nice and gentle, you know, nice and sultry,
Nice and
you know.
gentle.
Come on.
They go like from room to room to talk to each other.
Oh, they're not like, hey.
Oh, goodness. The amount of times Mariah calls on me from like the second or third story. And
I am not walking to
I'm not.
you.
Come
I'm
find
just
me.
not.
Yeah.
I'm
Nope.
not gonna walk.
Nope, I will not.
No.
But
And if,
then-
you, and if you raise your voice back though, too
Oh,
loud.
yeah. No, I don't get it. I
Yes,
don't
you
get that.
do.
From
Yes,
you?
you do. And I'm like, who are you talking to like
does not happen.
Yes, it does. Immediately, yes. When I am talking to you loud across the room,
Uh-huh.
you have this stern voice of response, and it's anger. It's anger, and
No,
I
it's
am literally
not.
yes. Okay.
Okay, and then when I
Next-
call for you from across the room or like the second story, and all I hear is, huh? And then a couple
Well,
seconds
'cause I
later, you
didn't hear
answer.
you. I have to digest.
Digest the answer.
information.
Digestion.
Anyway, enough about.
Wait,
enough.
I have a quick question then,
Uh-huh.
and like you guys are definitely gonna have to cut this out because it's not gonna be PC.
Oh.
Like when you guys argue, do you ever get I don't know what the word would be.
Oh, some people like have makeup affection, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Like I'll sometimes I'll be like, I don't know what you talk about. Like
Oh,
like
yeah.
do you ever or no?
Oh yeah, I feel like sometimes I do. It depends on the situation.
You do this.
I will.
this
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, yeah?
I will go.
But that's like when I really push her. Like it's warranted. She doesn't do it often, but like if it happens, it happens.
So if you know that like this is gonna be.
I still like even when that happens, I still like I'll push a little bit more, but then
Wow,
like ooh,
you're brave.
That's because like I have a death wish, you know. Like,
Been there, yeah.
Okay. Peter, I am at my limit. We need to. I need you to stop.
we've talked about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I tell him all the time. I'm like, okay, this is it. You need to. This is the
We don't-
moment. You circle back. Circle back.
Yeah.
Circle back, take it back.
Sometimes we fight dirty. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we do.
I cannot imagine you guys fighting dirty.
That is so funny because a lot of people think that we are just like, oh.
I mean, you guys are like, in my mind, the Disney ice couple. So
Literally.
does
Literally.
like, do any of the princesses actually even fight with their partners?
That's true.
No, I mean,
That's
there's
true.
always a bit of drama. So this is our drama. We bicker. So, but yeah, we definitely do. We definitely
And we
fight.
both think that we're always right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really,
same.
I always say like, okay, I'm like, if you weren't like this, we wouldn't ever fight.
Do you tell him that?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you that you could say that. Because if I said that to my little Virgo over here, if I said that to my Virgo, I'd be like, she always says I'm the problem.
But I'm like,
deep.
but you are.
Honestly, it, like you had just said, we both think we're right. And I wouldn't say we're necessarily like that. It's just that I am
Oh,
right.
Right.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's right.
But you're right, and
but
so
I
am
am.
I.
Yeah.
We're
so
right all the time.
That would be the
Oh.
clash.
Okay. I think this should just like split off podcast now. It's two different channels.
The wrong side and the right side.
Oh, yeah. And we're on the right side.
I was going to say, okay, your words, not mine.
So actually, talking about, not getting along, what about hate on social media? How do you guys, because I really feel like you share about your culture, you share about couples comedy and like relatable situations, do you ever get hate on social media from people who maybe don't agree for whatever reason?
And how have you dealt with it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's definitely happened in the past, but if I'm honest, like, especially recently, I post and I'll forget I posted. I don't go back. I don't check. I don't see the comments.
Wow.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I'm proud
Yeah.
of you because I like check 500 times and then I watch my video and be like, it was a good one.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll go back and watch my video and I might look at like the top comments, but I'm not going deep. I'm like, did anybody famous comment? No. Okay.
I've done that to myself on our YouTube episodes, and I'll read back the comments, and there'll be like somebody saying their 2 cents, whatever, and I just like it cuts deep. It gets you
Really?
For me, like I let it really bother me, so like I
You're
stopped reading
very
the comments
sensitive.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Pisces in me?
I don't know. I don't know signs like that. Like, I mean, I know Virgos are sensitive because I am one and I've heard it my entire life, but like, I've heard that you're my perfect match sign.
Right.
But I don't know anything about your sign.
So Luke is a Pisces, and that's why you and Luke are amazing. And my son, God, if I say anything to him that's even a little bit sensitive, he'll remember it for years. He'll bring it up. It will cut him to his soul. Like,
Okay, so that's exactly you.
I have to tell him, like, and I love you still.
One night she didn't give him dessert. She took away his dessert. He came to me crying. Mom doesn't love me. She broke my heart tonight.
He did.
She broke my
He
heart.
sure did. In the morning, he saw me too. And he was like, Mommy, you broke my heart yesterday. And I'm like, dude, I set a boundary. I didn't break your heart. And he's like, well, your boundary broke my heart. And it's never going to be fixed again.
Literally after no dessert.
So it must be a Pisces thing.
Yeah.
Must be. So mystery solved.
There you go.
The Pisces
I will wear it proud.
are sensitive people.
But without getting into detail, like what about the comments, I guess, rub you the wrong way? Like what kind of comments? If you don't mind.
You know, just like the comments directed at either one of us or together as a family, you know.
Okay.
And most recently, I mean, not that it's anybody's business, but yeah, I got a dad bod, okay? And people are always commenting on my pudgy love handles and things like
What
that.
do
And
they
I'm
say?
working
Yeah,
on it.
what do
I'm
they
working-
say?
saying?
Don't let them body
You look
shame
great
you.
first off, bro. You
Yeah,
look
first
great.
of all,
Thank you.
you look
Yes.
amazing, and you
Thank
have
you.
a kid, and like,
Exactly.
get out of here.
And a hot wife. All right.
Right? Right? That dad bod pulled though.
Dad bod pulled this.
Yeah, he definitely. I mean, we both do. That's why I feel like, you know, I always wonder with other couples that do social media, like, do you guys get, you know, like the hateful comments? Do you let them get to you? How do you deal with it? Because I have met people who are like, I am interested in doing social media, but I just cannot handle the negative comments.
Yeah.
And so it's great that you guys are able to kind of post it and, you
Brush
know.
it off. Just let it
Well,
be.
Two things real quick. First thing for me, if I can say, I think for me, I don't know if I'm different, but I really don't care about like hate comments. I feel like what is harder for me is to think about what my real life friends and family think about the video I put out. So once I post a video, my thought is like, oh, what do my friends think? What does my family think? Oh, is this cringe to them? What are they going to think about me? Is this what I want to be doing? Because I feel like our job is so public. No one else can like go online and see like, oh, what do the Gerbers do for work today?
Yes.
What brand deals are they getting? What do their pockets look like? It's just so transparent. And so for me, that's the hard part. The transparency of our job is super hard.
And
Yeah,
it's hard to draw that line too of that
Yeah.
transparency.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can't really draw a line because it's like you have to be very public about your life and, like you said, what you're posting, your deals, everything. So everyone knows.
Well, we can be selective though of our life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What content you put out, we can be selective about that.
I feel like I have a lot that we protect. I am not posting like what we're doing on the weekends, and if my agent is watching this, he's gonna be like, and I tell you to all the time, because he is. He's always just like, you guys have to share more, which I get, but I can't, for my own mental health, stay that plugged in, because I'll just be over analyzing myself. I'll be like, does this house look good? Does this look good? Is it clean or not? And I wish I could say that like the comments didn't bother me, but they would eat at me too. And for my own mental health, I had to stop reading them. Also because For every one negative comment, you probably have 20 amazing
Exactly.
comments.
And you don't pay no
You
mind
don't.
to those positive
Nope.
comments.
Yeah.
It's always just that
Just
one
rolls
negative
off.
that just ruins your day, right?
Yeah.
And
It
all I want to do, I think one of the best things about this job career is that you can make people happy. You can make people smile, right? So if I get one person who was like, dang, I was just having a horrible day, but I saw your video and I smiled. Why am I not letting that carry me
Right.
versus somebody being like, ew, you and him don't match? Like, why am I going to live in that one? So I just stopped reading it.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's a great way to do this job and like have this as a career. I think when it comes to longevity and mental health, it's so important to have your boundaries. What are some of your other boundaries that you've kind of put in place for yourself as a creator? Or both of you guys?
We don't work on the weekends. We don't work once the kids are home.
Unless we really have to
Unless we
for both
really,
situations.
really have to. But it's not something that happens normally. And we give ourselves grace if we can't get something out because, like, let's say both the kids are sick and the nanny called out and, you know, it's just too hard. We will end up fighting.
Yeah.
And so we just had to learn to be okay. Like, okay, we're not going to have anything going up this week because if we do post something, we're going to fight. Like, we'll push ourselves past our capacity.
Okay, that's great.
That takes a lot of willpower though, as well.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we create a lot of content, but I feel like it's because that's everybody that I surround myself with within the content creation world for the most part that I like constantly am talking to about creating. It's like you have to create a lot of content. So I think it's great to have another example of you guys are very successful creators and you still have those boundaries and it works for you guys and you're doing an amazing job. So I think, you know, being able to showcase how there's different ways to do the same job and still get the same outcome is so important. And one other thing that I wanted to talk about is working together as a couple. How is that for you guys?
Bad. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna sorry. Sorry. Okay.
Peter, you're taking a beating.
No,
I was gonna think about worse. I'll say the worst.
it is.
Horrible.
It is because it really is hard.
Tumultuous.
And how transparent do you guys want us to be? Because I'll be.
100%.
Whatever you guys are
Tell
comfortable with,
the-
'cause-
tell
Sure.
the people how it is.
I'm gonna be super transparent.
You know what?
Okay.
Because I have a feeling that truthfully we feel the same way. That
Probably.
we are the same.
Yeah.
As a married couple, being in this industry, for sure.
Just don't cuss.
I won't. We just got out of a really, really bad season in our marriage. We even our agent was like, how come you guys only post like 3 videos in July? Because we were in a really bad season. It is so hard to be living together, working together. At nighttime, you're together with the kids. Like, we were just constantly on top of each other. And you stop missing them and valuing them and appreciating them. So we actually started doing these temperature checks every night now. And we go through, it's like a bunch of different things that you talk about. First thing is, what do I appreciate about you? The next thing is any new information. The next thing is apologies. But like, we go through every single night and we've been trying to do that. And it has been like crazy transformative. And then also trying to build in time away from each other.
Okay.
Can I ask how successful that has been for you guys, especially like at the end of the day, the rundown of the day, how it's been, the apologies, the running back? Like, have you taken it as an opportunity to bring up what happened that day, you know, maliciously or in a more like apologetic way?
Yeah. It's not a time to like, you know, be like, you did this. Okay, so like the apology or like the thing that your grievance that you might address is going to be like, I noticed that you didn't put the dishes away. And it really doesn't make me feel good when you do that. But it has been amazing. We love it. It's been really good to just, you know, pour into the marriage in that way.
I like that it's like a safe space. There's no pressure.
Yeah.
As we know, this is like our time to like realign ourselves. And I think that it also, I don't know. Yeah, just creates a safe space, right? We won't have to keep guessing. Like, should I bring this up today, or should I wait till tomorrow when she's in a better mood? Like, no. Today, every day, we're gonna ground ourselves, and kind of like be aligned, be a unit to start and end our day.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you guys sharing that because that's something that I you know, needed to hear or been looking to hear from another couple that's been in this space, you know, the same, if not a little bit longer than we have, because that's something that we struggle with, like turning off and checking in with one another.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm the workaholic in the in the relationship. I in my mind, I'm like, I have so many things that I want to accomplish, and I only have so many hours in the day. But I do think, you know, for us, it's very much so like I enjoy it a lot, that I sometimes am like, okay, let me just put it down. It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm dreading it, but so I guess mindset wise, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't take the time to like stop. So I think it's great to like hear from another couple, like you said, that is working together. So now that you guys do these check-ins, how has that helped you guys within your work life? Like, how have you used that to implement into working?
I think it's just, again, I keep using the word grounding, which is so grounding.
Yeah.
Like being aligned, having the same, like, I don't know, understanding of how this day's gonna go or how yesterday went. I feel like it's hard working together and being like married but co-workers, but we're trying to make money but make good content. It's just like a lot of things stacked up on top of each other. So having that, I don't know.
I feel like in marriage, the things that you fight about are actually things that build up, right? Because the small things you end up brushing under the rug, but this puts us in a situation where like there is nothing to brush under the rug because like I brought it up, and then when I bring it up to him and I'm like, oh hey, you said this today and it, you know, kind of hurt my feelings, and he can explain why, it makes me understand him a little bit better. So then when it happens again the next day or the next week, I can be like, oh, well, I had brought this up to him last time. And so now as we're working together, I can see that like, that's what is happening. It's not the thing that I was taking personal last week. You know, last week I felt like he thought I was dumb and he didn't value my opinion or my ideas.
Whoa. Never think that. I never think that.
But I that's the lie that I would tell myself.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, always you have like, when someone says something, how you see it and internalize it is going to be very different than how they say it. We have that. That happens for us all the time. So
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Well, and it's also how you interpret it.
Yes.
Because just because you said it in a nice way doesn't mean I didn't interpret it in a completely different way.
Yes. And like, you know, not just being like, oh, well, that wasn't my intention, but having the compassion and the kindness for one another to be like, I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. Like just really acknowledging one another's feelings and like, what are we doing this for? We're doing this for a certain lifestyle. Let me take that back. The reason why I like social media versus corporate America is because it gave me an opportunity to be with my family and to enjoy the time with my family. And I want to do that. I want to enjoy my husband. I want to enjoy my kids. So I can't let our job affect that, because then it just kind of defeats the purpose. I might as well go back to the office.
Right.
You
and
know?
that's really a great way of looking at it. You want like, what is my end game goal?
Yeah.
And then work backwards from there, as opposed to like racing to this unknown goal. So I think it's great that you guys have really set great boundaries. You have a system in place now. And I really think for any other couple that's interested in doing social media or working together in general, this is helpful because it helps them understand that, you know, working with your spouse isn't always easy. You know, it takes time to figure out that method of like, this is what works for me.
And, you know, in this bad season that we were in, a lot of people who have been married for way longer than we have, like I'm talking my parents, grandmothers, things like that, were all just really validating that we spend a lot of time together. And that's hard, you know? Like my sister was away for her birthday weekend with her husband, and she was like, girl, I was with him for 2 days. I don't know how you do it. So like,
it's tough. I mean, we have worked together our entire
Since we got together,
That's also true.
Yeah. We dated first. We got together first before we started skating.
Yeah.
And the skating, our work, that was us together. We were together, training, living together.
But you had somebody telling you what to do.
Yeah. So
You
now
know?
we're
Yeah.
telling each other what to do, and that
And who's
is,
to say who's right and who's wrong?
Woo.
There's no
Well, we
mediator,
know I'm
there's no
right.
coach.
So
Yeah.
we know I'm right.
But
so.
in all seriousness, that's a really good point because we always had someone, a coach, a mediator, somebody, right?
Yeah, we had a boss.
We had a boss.
And now we're our own. We're
our own bosses.
Yeah.
And you're my boss, I guess.
Yeah, we are our own boss. So anyway, all right, guys, that is it for now. Bye.